Thanks for visiting Beever Golf. I hope you enjoyed your lesson, and what I want to do now is give you a short video recap of what you learned today. Thanks again and best of luck.
Hi Gavin, just a quick recap on what we worked on the other night. Swing on the left is your first swing of the day, swing on the right is what we finished with. Look at the swing on the left for me. You'll see as you take the club away, you get this little gap of daylight, which is this tiny little triangle that I'm just going to draw for you here. This tiny little triangle of daylight. That needs to disappear, and what that does is that means your left arm unfortunately moves out in front of you, which causes your top of your backswing position that we tried to change. If we look at your swing on the right, what we tried to work on was trying to get your left arm to work a little bit more across your chest. And you can see when we come to the same position you are in, your triangle of daylight is a tiny bit smaller, which is good. But also if we go to your next frame, you'll see that when the club sets at this frame here, there's no gap. If we go back to swing on the left, you'll see that when you make your set position, you've still got that tiny little triangle of daylight. And that just means your left arm, for me, is 2 in front, where your left arm on your swing on the right is actually nicely across your chest, which is a much better position. Going back to that other swing on the left, you'll see that from there you just literally lift the club up into position rather than turn. So it's not a very strong position, it's quite long as well. Club face, if we check that out, is a little bit open, so it's a little bit weak. But the two things I really wanted to work on was, one, I needed to get your left arm in a flatter position so it's covered your right shoulder, and two was your right elbow is flying way too high, so your top of your backswing is disconnected. If we look at the swing on the right, you'll see that because your left arm is tight and across your chest, the club just keeps working behind you and deeper, which is in a great position there. Left arm covers your right shoulder, so I can't see that at all. Really like that. That's a good strong position there. Club face is incredible. Really good position, slightly closed, but that's good for a short swing. And the right elbow is pointing straight down at the ground, which is a very good strong position as well. From here, the next thing we had to work on was trying to stop you moving forwards. Now, we worked on this at the last second of the lesson, so I know you've got some time to work on this for me. But if you used to look at your swing on the left, if I draw some lines, we draw a line on your spine angle, it's in a nice straight position. And if we come down into impact, one, you'll see that your bum moves forwards off of that red line, so you can see you've actually moved into it, so we're losing space. But two, if we come into impact, we can see that your spine angle has changed shape. So it's become that little curve now, and we need to keep it on that straight line. Swing on the right, obviously it's going to be roughly the same, unfortunately, because we didn't have a lot of time to work on that. But you can see that your spine, again, you move off that red line with your bum, and spine angle again is slightly curved. So what I've got you to feel, I want you to feel that you fall backwards as you hit the ball on both swings, just to feel like your weight moves from the top of your swing, from your right heel into your left heel. That was very important, and that's going to give you some bits to work on over the week for me. And that will just get your strike better, and also staying in your posture. The key thing of that is you're going to strike it better, hit it longer, and be much more consistent. Gav, I hope that helps. Well, I hope that helps, and if you have any questions or you're finding a move particularly difficult, please contact me on the numbers on this page or via my email address, philbeaver@hotmail.co.uk. Many thanks.